And welcome to Patriots Your Show. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's another beautiful day here in Colorado. So, speaking of Colorado, what happened to Colorado today? We had a Trump rally in Colorado. And what did the Ted Patriots do? He went to said Trump rally. And it was a fun, amazing event. So, I figured rally starts around 11, supposedly. It starts around 11, show up at 11. And he's going to go on stage at 1. So I thought it was safe, blue state, whatever. All right, I'm going to show up, and it's going to be like, oh, I'm here. Little did I know, then I showed up. This is a purple quasi-battleground state. At 1 o'clock in the afternoon while everybody's at work, we had... The venue, I think, holds like 10,000 plus people, and there was people wrapped around the block. The bus drivers said that they were basically turning away hundreds of people, and I'm an Uber driver, so I was able to find a parking spot because I dropped somebody off at the front of the line, and then, I have a ticket. I'm going to go check it out. So I did. So I was at the back of the line. Line flowed pretty good. And since I've been awake for 15 plus years, I was able to indulge in like-minded people and a lot of, Fox News Republicans that follow the Fox News narrative. I was able to speak to and basically give a alternative view, which was very nice. I felt very comfortable. Spoke to like 5 or 6 people and basically shared the globalist agenda as far as the Rothschild banking system and the debt and yada, 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 and all this fun stuff that we should all... If you binge Netflix, you can binge the Rothschild banking system. If you can sit on TikTok, you can binge how the British banking system basically controls the world as far as debt. You have that much time. So went out there, it was great, wrapped around the block, venue completely full. Hundreds of people were stuck on the outside of the event looking at big screens with speakers. And I thought it was great. It was a great speech, and there was probably less than 50 protesters out there, and all that they could really say was name calling. Trump is dumb. Oh my God, Trump is stupid. Wow, why are you so stupid? Oh, Kamala against Trump. And okay, so what issues? They didn't have any issues. They didn't bring anything to the table. They didn't. Because the narrative is boring. That's why we see Obama out there, shaming people. He's boring. He's 20 years ago. He got elected because the Bushes screwed up. And then he jumped in, he was the Bill Clinton hope and change, just like Bill Clinton. How he was like clapping, this is a new start. They restart every 60, every 4 to 8 years. We hear this, this isn't new, this is going to be brand new. Why? Why not keep the country great and continue with its progress in global trade, global peace, and just basically bringing the country to the forefront of equality and nationalism and trade on a global scale and minding on our own business. How hard is that really? That's all that we should care about. We shouldn't be like, this is abortion and like, I feel sorry for everybody. Why feel sorry for everybody? Everybody has an equal chance. No, Shih Tzu. Everybody has an equal chance. And if you want to have an abortion, go have an abortion. There are states that allow you to have an abortion. It's given back to the states. You have a right to do that. Go and do it if you want to. None of my business. If you want to be an adult and be transgender, none of my business. None of my business. It's none of anybody's business because it's all personal responsibility. We all sign our own social contracts as adults, not as children, because we're learning, we're playing, we are learning how to be an adult, to be able to have a social contract in the first place. And if you act like a child, and if you name call, and you can't bring anything to the table, such as these Kamala Harris supporters that are running on feelings, you don't have a social contract. You're leading with your emotions, and it doesn't matter because the world doesn't care about your feelings. Just like it doesn't care about the person on the couch. The person can stay on the couch for 1 or 2 months, but after that, checks have to be cashed. And that's just the way it is. We've all had roommates. You can only feel sorry for somebody for that much. And then it's like, who cares? I have bills to pay. I have rent. I have a mother too, just like you do. And that is the fact. We all have our own social contracts we bring to the table. We just have to hold them up. I'm not a perfect person. No, nobody is. Everybody has their crap. But don't be wiping your crap onto other people's faces and expect them to give a rat's ass. Because we all have our own social contracts. And seeing those protesters out when everybody that I spoke to was all open-minded, they were all open to other points of view. Because a lot of those people were just regurgitating the narrative, like, oh, Harris said this yesterday. Oh, where's Trump going to be tomorrow? Oh, what's this going to happen? But when you actually talk to them and you introduce the actual global perspective of how globalism actually works, how these mainstream narratives are actually just talking points, which they are, because they're all owned by somebody who's trying to make money. They all have their stocks and so on and so forth. But it's just shattering people's cognitive dissonance. I actually spoke to this guy. I introduced that to somebody. They'd never exercised that term, cognitive dissonance. And they were talking about how they were in school, about how they would go into debates. The little dog's in the background. That's Bodhi. He would go into class and debate people, and he found it so weird how they would be so strong. I'm like, it's cognitive dissonance. You are trying to shatter somebody's beliefs. You are basically expressing that their entire belief system is a lie. They've grown up on a lie, and you are there with a sledgehammer. And they are going to pop into tribalism and protect that at all costs. And that is what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. We're not, oh, he's bad, she's good, oh my God. You are dealing with her, Harris, you are dealing with the globalists, the global new world order that has given her all this money, all this power, that wants these wars, that is pumping the pharmaceutical agenda, that is pumping the depopulation agenda. That's why they want you in small cars. That's why the global warming is like, you can drive a small car, and live in this small apartment, and you're going to work all your life. And you're going to have 0 kids because we're going to stress you out. And you should be single because you're such a powerful person. And you don't need said person. You could do it all on your own. Yeah, on your own in your 40s, you have no children. You have no children, which means they could flood the borders, bring in whoever the hell they want to replace you and give them free crap and print as much money as they want while they sit offshore and just watch everybody have a good time. Just like medieval times. It's going to be like medieval times. They could just sit outside. It's like the big wars. It's like we have too many peasants. What are we going to do with all these peasants? The brothers were like, well, I don't like you right now, and I'm going to tell everybody I don't like you, and then we're going to fight. It doesn't change. Well, I'm going to wrap up this video. It is 11 minutes in. Thank you for watching the Patriot Rooster Show. Hope everybody have a wonderful evening. I'm going to end this right now. Be amazing to each other. If you like what you see, share it far and wide. Have a beautiful evening.